Second try of the afternoon. It's number 2 for the Philippines. Dean Smith takes the score. Philippines 46. Malta 4. The kick to come.
Rich, how many pairs of socks is he wearing? Right. I'm joking. Hey, you do fast to turn your left socks on. Kilos water. Get the pairs of socks off, good. Good, how many pairs of socks you got on? Quite a leg day, buddy. Did I frame your undies? Can I give you mine?
That'd be a good second piece. Perth signed the rain game undies.
There's good marks on it and all.
Signed by Adidas.
They're not Clayton's undies. Matthew said drop 6 kilos. Yeah, I want it. Yeah, that's going to lose value.
No, many words, eh?
Oh, many words. Look. Up feels good. Up the game, Mark. Come on here. I'm the black dog. Oh, that dirt kick. It's even worse. That kick goes all right. That kick don't like it. Send Colonel. Just send him. Send him also against 4 weeks next year. Sean! Back pass return! Come, Kurt, put a shot on! Hold the number 9! Come, Kurt, put a shot on! Effort! Mine's offside all day, sir! Mine's offside! Put your head up.
Yeah, boys, enjoy.
Are you wearing a suit?
Put your head up, Kurt. Remember what your mentor said, scoot, don't pass. Thanks, Jack. Dominic, get the try! Try to hit up, Craig! Try to hit up, Craig!
Philippines 46, Malta 4.
Are you on?
He doesn't want to hang out with us, does he?
Itayeb Waranofsinar Magana Dang Mampon Po, or just good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the International Rugby League Friendship Cup here from New Era Stadium in Cabramatta in New South Wales, Sydney, Australia. And the match you're about to see on our screens is the match between the Malta Dames and the Philippines Sampaguitas. You see the Malta Dames running out, the skipper there, Nicole Guzman, and one of the leaders of the team there, Natalia Webb, for the Philippines. This match was supposed to be an international ranking points senior international match, or what we used to call a test match. Unfortunately, this afternoon, Malta have come down with some significant illness and injury, and they've been decimated to the point where the International Rugby League and Asia Pacific Rugby League have decided that they will play a nines friendly with 3 by 15-minute halves. My name's Ashley Borg for both the Maltese Rugby League and the Philippines Rugby League Associations. I thank both David and Ronaldo again for having me to call this game. It's an absolute privilege to do it, being of Maltese heritage myself. We hope you enjoy the afternoon's proceedings. So this will be a nines match with 3 by 15-minute periods between Malta and the Philippines. I'll go through the team lists. I probably won't have time to do that. I thought they'd go through the national anthems, but seeing as though the officialdom of the match has gone out of the way. They're going to just skip all of that and go straight through to the start of the match.
This afternoon, this game has been changed to a 9's game, playing 15-minute builds. Thank you.
So unfortunately, we won't be seeing an International Rugby League Test match today, and that takes a few players' debuts out. Unfortunately, Matilda Vella and Jessica Borg and Leona Dimmick will have to wait a little bit longer to make their Test debuts for Malta, and about 4 or 5 players for the Philippines. As the Maltese kick off and go from left to right, that's a wonderful kick off to start. And it's gone over the sideline, so terrific start. Great work off the kick off. So Malta, unfortunately, they started the week with a full complement of players. They got down to about 15 by Saturday due to all the injuries and illnesses, and they only ended up with about 11 or 12 this afternoon, so they've had to just quickly change things as Guzman will take the first ball. Tackled beautifully there by the Sampaguitas. And the Sampaguitas will have a big complement of players there. Footy in the hands of Gregory. And she'll take it up. Waiting there now. White spins it to Vella. Matilda Vella gets over the line already, has she? Malta Dames get in front. And that's the debutante. Well, if they had a Test match, she would have been a debutante. Matilda Vella in a number 6, getting over for Malta's first try. She's from the Emu Plains Football Club and recently signed a contract for the Harvey Norman's Women's Premiership in the New South Wales State Cup for Penrith Panthers. She is one to watch at 17 years old. And she scored the first try after a minute and a half. Malta lead at 4-0 here. That's a terrific start from the girls. They would have been devastated in the change rooms before the match, especially finding out that they just weren't going to get the numbers to make the Test match happen today. I'm sure there'll be some repercussions at higher levels, but for now, Alicia Jansen will be celebrating Malta Dames' first points for season 2024. As Nerida Gregory puts over the extras and make it 6-0.
Conversion successful. Takes the score out. Malta 6, Philippines yet to score.
So once again, we'll have 3 by 15-minute periods. The next match you'll see after this one, it'll start at about 4 o'clock. It'll be a full men's Sims, or a Test match. We call them Test matches. The International Rugby League Federation, European Rugby League, and Asia Pacific Rugby League refer to them as Senior International Matches, or a Sims. So about to kick off here, Paige Condon from the Queanbeyan Blues, one of the best players in last year's Sims match. And that one's gone out too. So they're having issues, the defensive lineups, with the kickoffs. And Condon has started that beautifully as well. So Galbraith has the footy for the Philippines. Dummy half Jamison. Jamison, who spins it to Simon Crystal. Malta defensive lineup really go the big push. They were beaten pretty comfortably by Italy a couple of weeks ago, Malta. And is going straight through here is Lene Williams. Williams nearly getting to the line. If they queue up to the right, they'll get it now. Push out. Great pass there from Gord Condon. And scoring the try is Tania Wells. And she gets over the line. I'm pretty sure that was the number 5 for the Philippine Sampaguitas. Just have to wait for the official.
Right of the Philippines, scored by Natalie Webb. Philippines 4, Malta's kick.
So it's Tania Wells, number 5. She scored a hat-trick last year against Malta in a 42-0 drubbing in last year's Sims. They've only played each other twice in official Test match capacity. They won each. Would have been wonderful to see the scores, the drought or the draw broken. It just wasn't to be. So 6-4 in favour of the Malta Dames. As the kick comes in, it looked pretty good, and it's being waved away. I think that might have been Natalia Webb with that kick.
Conversion unsuccessful. The score remains Philippines 4, Malta 6.
So 6-4 as you hear over the speaker. And Paige Condon just couldn't put over the extras. ring the changes here. Both sides now, they're not limited to the 8 changes. The referees would be a bit upset by it all too, I'd say, with the changes. So they would have been looking forward to refereeing an international as well. Gregory restarts it, goes to the same sideline because you get the same result. Clean pick up. Taken through there now and taken down by 2 Malta Dames players. One of them being the skipper in Guzman. She's travelled so far to come to this game today. But that won't dent her confidence. It's tackle number 2 there. Combination of Dimmick in the tackle. They bring it central now through Webb. Condon. And trying to pinch a few more metres there. I'm pretty sure that was Vaughan. Cleverly done. Shifting the football. About 5 metres from the centre now. 5 metres from the halfway. Picked up by Harris Wilson to Webb. Thought they were going to turn it there. It ends up in the hands of Natalia Webb. And once again, they play the ball to Harris Wilson to Condon. Condon goes to the sky. Looking for the fullback to catch it. It's well handled. That was Gregory that took it now, and she takes off. There's a little bit more open real estate here at Cabramatta, given it's a 9s game. Shifting the ball to White. And this is Leona Dimmick now. Taken down in a very strong tackle by someone a lot shorter than her. That was well done by the Sampaguitas. So Guzman. She's looked around and then she's decided, I'm just going to run it straight and hard. Taken down by Lydon and Vaughan in a tackle. A little bit of afters here in the play the ball. The referee just encouraging Nicole to get up and play it. White. Vella. Ball goes behind Gregory, but she takes it well. Gregory shows and goes. Tackle was nice there by Williams. So they play it. I think it's the 4th now. Out of dummy half, the scoop. Gialanze. Vella to Dimmick. Dimmick with a nice sidestep. And a big hit and spin. And there's a Sampaguitas player that just stayed down there momentarily. That was Simon. 5th and last now for the Dames. Nice little dummy by Dooley. Puts it inside the in-goal area. And it's kicked out. I'm pretty sure Webb's just towed it out. Or has it gone too deep? No, it's been towed out there by Natalia Webb. And we're going to have a drop goal, a drop restart. So a goal line dropout for the Sampaguitas as the Dames started this contest pretty well. They lead it by 6 points to 4. Even with the lineup they had, you probably would have fancied the Sampaguitas. So they go long now. Guzman. Oh, she went to put it on the toe and then put the hands down on it. She's a bit disappointed with that, Nicole, but she'll get back and play it. It's that type of player. They're not going to play any scrums in this one, I wouldn't imagine either. So Vaughan with the football, I'd suggest. And she's just given it back, so they're just going to recycle some of that football now. Good driving tackle. That was Dooley and Guzman. They put down a Sampaguita really hard then. They play it now. Sampaguitas go to work the football. It's a little bit different with the 9s concept. Down there was Kosh. This is Condon, Paige Condon, who dominated last year in a best on ground performance for mine in the Sims last year. Scooting out a dummy half now, Harris Wilson. Taken down on the halfway line. Dooley's one of the tacklers. Condon goes to the right-hand side, tries to bust the gap. White, one of the tacklers, tries to take it down. 5th and last here for the Sampaguitas. Webb goes to the air this time. Is this going to be out of the full? Spins on a sixpence and goes backwards, and I reckon they made about a net gain of 2 metres on that kick. The Sampaguitas as we close into the last 6 minutes of the first of 3 15-minute periods here for a 9s friendly between the Malta Dames and the Philippines Sampaguitas. So Dooley takes it and plays it. 5 or 6 good metres. play it here. I think Capini went to grab it and said, nah, it's probably not going to be mine in the end. So Matilda Vella lining them up about second receiver here. Weight dummies, and they go the toe. Not the best of kicks, and it's taken by Wells, and Wells is very speedy to Neo. But she's taken down in a tackle there eventually by Giolanze, and Wells has responded to that. Wasn't happy. Tania Wells forgot it was a friendly. And the referees just said go back and play it. So Tania does, and she plays at the web. Busts through now to about the halfway. On the first for the Philippines. Harris Smith, dummied through Jamison. Taken down in a very nice tackle. Vella was one of them. Harris Smith went out quickly to Condon Ashley. That was Simon out wide. She's taken down in a tackle. So it comes back across. That was Jamison. Cullagay. This is Hannah Cullagay. Takes on 3 or 4 defenders. That was nicely done. 5th and last. For the Philippine Sampaguitas, who trail at 6 points to 4. The ball in the hands now of Jamison. Jamison runs to the line. Gee, they've stood off her here, the Dames. And then she was absolutely flattened by Guzman. And the big Guz, the skipper, stops the advance of the Sampaguitas, and they still lead it by 6 points to 4. They go to the right-hand side now through Victoria Capini, who didn't play much football this year. Still in line for selection for the Malta Dames. In the hands of Giolanze, who is at the Penshurst RSL Kookaburras and was a representative of the under-18s for Victoria a couple of years ago. Fella! Straight through. That was a lovely run by Matilda. You can see the class just oozing from her. In the hands now of Gregory. Gregory out to Evans, who drops the footy. Referee says knock on. Unfortunate there for the Dames. They were starting to look pretty smooth. So in the hands there of Wells now. Wells to Ashley Condon. Sarah Giolanze thought she was in a 1-on-1, but it's a 2-on-1 penalty against the Dames. Still 6 points to 4. Ball in the hands of the coach and the captain, Tammy Fletcher. Into Reyes. Bridget Reyes with a nice hit up. Starts the set well. Fletcher, who retired last year after the mammoth 42 points to 0 drubbing, and said, I'll come back for another crack. Philippines had their own little injury worries during the week also. Big scoot out of dummy half here. Webb tries to break it. If she'd have passed it then, I reckon they would have been on. They're screaming to go to the right-hand side now. Reyes puts it down. It was a rather elementary drop, really. And unfortunately, it's a turnover. So a couple of errors each. Malta only have 2 on the bench. Haven't quite emptied it yet, to be honest. I think they've had 1 come on. Jessica Borg still waiting to make her mark in this contest. Ball in her hands now for the Dames. Reyes in the tackle with Jamison. They're at the 20 now, the Dames. Played out from Dooley, Guzman. Going wide to Cauchi. Sarah Cauchi, who's not attached to a club this year, so anyone that wants a speedy winger, get in the hunt there for Sarah Cauchi as Dooley from Tasha Gale St George Dragons. Takes it, Capini across to Wade. Wade to Vella. Vella with a beautiful cutout. It's in the hands of Giolanze now. Goes out to Evans. Evans tries to sidestep Wells. Tania Wells. Well, Tania, she's got a great tackle on her. Beautifully done by Wells from the Wentworthville Club. Ball goes to the air. This one's going to be tough. Bounces awkwardly. Guzman on the chase. Lydon about to pick it up now. Guzman's going to hammer her when she gets it. And Guzman's going to pen her inside her own 10. Great kick chase there from the skipper, Nicole Guzman. So Philippines will start it inside their 10. A lot better field position this time for the Dames with about 15 seconds to go in the first period. Probably not much time for a score unless they break right open. Reyes tries to work through the gap. I dare say it'll be all she wrote for this first period unless they can play it really quickly. They recycle. I thought they were going to go wide then, I think, and from Jamison, but she held it. Then she tried to play it on. Wells got it and then was belted. That's the end of the first period. It sure is. So after first period, Malta Dames lead it by 6 points to 4. The try scored by the 17-year-old Matilda Vella, converted by Gregory. Tania Wells hit back for the Philippines. And we'll have a short break and we'll be back shortly. Continue on the live stream. And it's 6 points to 4 in favour of the Malta Dames. Welcome back here to New Era Stadium at Cabramatta. This is the second period of the nines friendly between the Philippine Sampaguitas in the blue, red and white versus the Malta Dames in the white-red strip. The Philippines will run from left to right in the second period. They trail this by 4 points to 6. Hope you're enjoying all the action wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. Might be in the Philippines or you might be in Malta. Watching at about 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. So, bonjour and welcome. First hit up here from Gregory for the Dames. They lead it by 6 points to 4. The 17-year-old Matilda Vella scored the first try. Dimmick with a hit and spin. That was Jamison trying to tackle. She's a tough girl to stop, Leona Dimmick from the Harvey Norman Women's Premiership Parramatta Eels team. Waite now shows and goes. Steele was on, but Waite held on to it. Matilda Vella was waiting for it. Bypasses Vella to Gregory. Dimmick now, Leona. Straight through to gap, Leona Dimick. Will she go to the outside? She just bursts through. Straight through Wells. Gives the ball to Nicole Guzman. The skipper and the speedster of the side goes to play it. Ends up on the ground. Philippines. Looked like it was a knock on there against Malta. And it has been. That's a certain try. Going down and unlucky there for Malta. Great break there from Leona Dimick. Guzman just didn't have enough to get to the line. She could have possibly gone to the outside then to Calci. And Malta are going to play this 10 metres from their own line here with Dimick. Dooley's going to receive it. It's in the hands there of Gregory from the Bankstown Giants. Dooley goes, bypasses Dimick to Wait. Vella. Beautiful sidestep, Vella. Tries to use that brilliant upper body strength. Matilda Vella! Held up. Unlucky. Almost got there. Dooley scoots and goes over. They were napping the Sampaguitas and the Dames strike. It's 10 points to 4. Jasmine Dooley with the try. She's from All Saints Toongabbie. She's also been a player with the St George Illawarra Tasha Gale under 19 side. Been more than serviceable as Leona Dimick comes off. This one looks like Jessica Borg for her first minutes this afternoon. South Sydney Rabbitohs recently have signed Jessica to their Tasha Gale extended squad for season 2024-5. And she's with the Singleton Greyhounds in the Group 21 Rugby League. So she'll be on for her first minutes here in the Nines. It's a terrific try again. Matilda Vella almost scored it. I think the Dames would be quite upset they couldn't get their numbers of players today because they're looking very good as a unit. They looked good in patches against Italy 2 weeks ago, actually. If I'm being honest, Italy did give them a beating 36 points to 6 in the friendly. But it was a definite improvement on last year's performances. And they were looking forward to today, the Dames, but unfortunately they just couldn't get the numbers on the park. And been a mystery illness go around for sure. Might be one of those COVID variants. Nonetheless, the Dames lead it by 10 points to 4 here in this friendly as they go for the kickoff again. Well picked up. That was beautifully handled, actually. Jessica Borg looking to get her first touch here. Dooley goes to Borg now. Borg is going to go. Bang! Jessica Borg with an absolute beautiful run by the 17-year-old. A brilliant bust. 18 to 20 metres of absolute violence. Comes across out to Wait. Wait to Guzman. Guzman to Calci. Calci with a sidestep. Gee, that was fantastic by the Dames then as Guzman out of dummy half. Gives it across to Gregory. Turned it back inside to Dooley, who turns it over. Well done, Jackie Lydon. Picking that up for the Sampaguitas. It's their opportunity now as Lydon just clutches her face. It was a little bit, something went a little bit missed there. They come to the blind. There's a real chance here for the Sampaguitas. Putting the foot down now. That's Paige Condon from the Queanbeyan Blues. She was magnificent last year, and she's going to go over to score this year in the Nines friendly. That's a brilliant solo effort from Paige Condon. Matilda Vella just couldn't get across quickly enough to stop her. And it's 10 points to 8 to the Malta Dames. Sampaguitas score through the agency of Paige Condon, who scored a double last year in the Test match. She plays against the number 12 for Malta, Nicole Guzman. They had a bit of friendly banter on Instagram during the week. And Paige Condon should be looking across at Nicole and saying, how do you like that one? 12 points to 10, kick to come. Condon about to convert her own work. And if she does that, 10 points to 8, sorry. And if she does that, it'll be scores level. Beautiful day here at New Era. If you're watching on the live stream and you're around, 4 o'clock, we've got the Sims, the senior international men's match between Malta and the Philippines. That should be a beauty, and that kick's just gone right again from Page. So 10-8, and it's only the kicking the difference in this one so far. Been a good match. Can only imagine now what it would have been like if it was the Sims. So the Dames, through Nerida Gregory from the Bankstown Giants. To kick it off, she's been very good, Nerida. She was good 2 weeks ago in the halfback role, alongside Sarah Dimmick, who's still the only try scorer for Malta in official test matches. That kick ends up on its apex, and that's very well gathered by the Sampaguitas. Just trying to see who that is. That was Natalia Webb, beautifully handled there by the Canterbury Bulldogs Harvey Norman Women's Premiership fullback, who's playing at halfback today. Second tackle. Pretty sure that was Vaughan. This might be Condon here. Looked like a hair pull. That's going to be a pen. And Natalia Webb took exception to that. Looked like a hair pull, and it definitely was. That was against Sarah Couchy. Now I'm standing on top of a ute here, and this one might come to me. It's just about stayed in. Nerida Gregory was waiting, but it's gone out. That's a good kick in the end. Harris Wilson's going to take this footy and dish it to Ashley Condon, sister of Paige, teammate of Nicole Guzman. Straight to the pack. Jessica Borg with a terrific tackle, gets it down. Needs to get back into marker now. Harris Smith runs out of dummy half and exploits the gap. Guzman with another tackle. It wasn't Guzman then, it was Valla. Showed and go. They got gaps everywhere. The Philippines, they must score. They had to score. And they did score. It's a little bit too easy there from the Sampaguitas.
Try to the Philippines, number 8, Michelle Kosh takes the score.
Number 8, Michelle Kosh scores the try. It's 3 tries to 2. It's 12 points to 10. Philippines lead it. Malta Dames, they just need to get back to what was giving them the lead in the first place, which was good defence. Good sliding defence. They just got caught napping then. They didn't push across enough. Was pointed out, a few people underneath me definitely pointed that out. Michelle Kosh from the Rugby League Fraser Coast in Queensland made a lot of travel to get here today. She'd be pleased to score for her nation of heritage, but I'd say she'd be disappointed to not play in an official test match, to be perfectly fair. You feel for those type of people, people like Michelle Kosh and Lucy Driscoll from the Western Rams, Gabriella Whitaker, who's travelled all the way from Cessnock, Jackie Lydon, who's come from Orange, and Hannah Kalugay from Currumbin in Queensland. They've all made the trip for the Philippines, and unfortunately they just haven't come for what they wanted, but they're getting a game anyway. Avid follower of the Philippine Sampaguitas. I really love their socials. They do a wonderful job on socials. And they are one big family. The Sampaguitas, the Tamaraws and the Admirals. Beautifully run. So that one goes to the sky again. Gap, nearly, Dimmick. And the tackle. That was Lana Dimmick in the tackle there. So the Sampaguitas work it up to about 5, maybe 10 metres from the halfway now. Is this Kosh or is it Kalagay? I think it's Kalagay. She takes it. Gosh, she's a strong runner. In the hands of Jamison, the double cutout, that was to Webb. Webb gets on the outside. Natalia Webb puts on the afterburners. There's only Gregory there. Gregory bounces off Webb. Still going is Webb. Good cover tackle in the end. They're only about 10 metres out here, the Sampaguitas, and they're poised to pounce again. They come back to Jamison. Jamison looking for the gap. Vella goes in for the tackle and leaves it to the teammate. Well done in the end by the Dames. They go to the left. No, they end up going to the right and scooting over for the easiest of tries. There's a player down there for Malta. Pretty sure that was Paige Condon that scored it. We'll wait for the official. But if it is Paige, it's a double.
Out of the Philippines, Paige Condon takes a
So Paige Condon with a second try of this match. She's now scored 10 of the points. It's 18 points to 10. 3.5 minutes left in this second period. Got Nicole Guzman on the bench for Malta. And Jessica Borg, who made that brilliant run. Condon about to finish off her handiwork. Gee, she's a nifty player. Surely there's a Harvey Norman Women's Premiership side or a NRLW team that could use a Paige Condon. She's so good. I've watched her twice. And she just knows how to find the line. She knows how to pick a pass, and she's got a very good kicking game. 20 points to 10 here, Philippines over Malta. They've scored 3 tries to 1 in this period. Only got 2.5 minutes left here until the second period ends. As I said, 4 p.m. there's going to be an official Sims or test match between Malta and the Philippines. It'll be the third time those two nations would have met in the last 3 years. The Friendship Cup going strong. Hopefully it'll continue in season 2025 as Gregory kicks it off. Holds in a breeze. Very nice take. And the Sampaguitas come again. They work it to about 17 out from the halfway. Turning. This is Calagay. Calagay taken by White. White and Gregory stop her eventually. Turning it to the right-hand side now through Ashley Condon. Condon takes on Dimmick. Leona Dimmick. Yeah, good strength from Dimmick. Also well held there, Sarah Cauchi. Turning it back inside. That was Harris Wilson who played it to Jamison, who then played it to Webb. Webb's so dangerous. Webb busts through again, Natalia Webb. She's only got one to beat again. Oh, Dimmick just went bang. Nailed Natalia Webb. She's held her down too long in the tackle. The referee let that go. Harris Wilson quickly had a dummy half. They've got a plethora of players. But Manoia Harris Wilson says, I'll do it myself. And she puts over the ball, over the try line. And that's 4 tries in a row now to the Philippines. 24 points to 10. With a kick to come, Manoia Harris Wilson from the Tasha Gale Dragons. It would have been her first Sims this year too. Unfortunately, she misses out on a Sims, but she gets a try. And she can go home happy. And about 10 minutes ago, I said Malta would be very happy with the way they've gone, but it's just fallen apart for them in the last 10. Probably the last 5 or 6, really. The Philippines have just put the foot down. Jamison to put over the extras. Janine Jamison, who played for the Wests Tigers Harvey Norman Women's Premiership. She's from Victoria originally and played in the country championships for Illawarra. I think she might have missed that kick. So it's 24 points to 10. And that'll be the end of the second period, I believe. And that is. So 24 points to 10 after the end of the second period. Malta scored the first try both periods. And then the Philippines have scored 4 in that period. 2 of them converted. So tries to Tania Wells. Paige Condon has 2. Kosh, Harris Wilson for the Philippines. Malta, Vella and Dooley have their tries. We'll be back after a short break with the final period. It's 24 points to 10 in favour of the Sampaguitas over the Dames.
Why are you lying? Why are you coming? Nah, that's it. That's a. I'm in pain for too much instability. Your body's not good. Sit back.
Still good, bro?
Yep.
For the final time for the women's nines friendly, we'll be welcoming you back. Kumusta or bonjour or just hello. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Ashley Borg is my name for both the Maltese and the Philippines Federation of Rugby League. It's an absolute privilege to call for them. I've done this for the last 2-3 seasons now for the Friendship Cup. Thank you again to Ronaldo and David for allowing me to do what I love and what I do on behalf of both of the organisations, although I do have Maltese heritage. I do appreciate the Philippines and what they do. They do a wonderful job in rugby league, that's for sure. Hope you're enjoying all the action, whether you're in Australia or the Philippines or Malta or somewhere else around the world, as Malta kick off to start the third and final period. They're 24 points to 10 down. The Philippines have put the foot down in that second turn. And trying to put the foot down again. I think that was Lydon then. She got stopped at the 10. This is Lucy Driscoll for her first run from the Western Rams. Lisa Fiola team. She's only 17. Might only be 16, actually, but we'll see that one after the match. That was Jamison who took the footy, getting in the way. That was Reyes. They turn the footy back to Driscoll, and Leona Dimmick. She's not going to go easy on the 17-year-old. She takes it down in a beautiful tackle. A dummy half was Simon. They shift it out. Beautiful effort there from Condon, who tried to bypass a few. Taken down in the end. I'm pretty sure that was Nicole Guzman, her teammate, that said, here, you're not getting past me today, mate. Jamison takes the footy and spins it to Reyes. Reyes in a two-person tackle there. One of them was the number 4 of Gialanze and Vella. They go out to the left again. There's a bit of a gap. Trying to run into it as Williams. Beautiful pickup, Lene Williams. That's a tremendous try by the Sampaguitas. The kick was perfect. Lene Williams' run was just as good. Maltese defence couldn't cover it. Elise Evans and Gialanze were just trying to do two things at once, and unfortunately when you go to the player with the ball, you leave the space in behind. 28 points to 10 with a kick to come. And the first try of the third period scored by Lene Williams of the Wentworthville Open side. We'll have plenty of time between this game and the Opens Test match. 4 o'clock will be the kickoff for the men's Sims. And if you hear me call it a test match, technically it's a test, but International Rugby League, they call it a Sims, a Senior International Men's Match. Condon leans back on that one and pushes it wide. She is 2 for 5 this afternoon on the conversions. $28 points to 10 the score. Victoria Capini about to come back on, I'm pretty sure. For Malta. No. So, gingerly walking back here, the Dames. They're probably a little fatigued. Only got 2 subs. Don't have the luxury of running on players. We've had Matilda Vella, who played about a half of the under-17s at 9. Jessica Borg played a full 15 minutes in the under-17s. So they've all struggled. The under-17 girls had a massive win over the Sampaguita juniors today. That is a huge hit from Gialanze on Jamison. That was big. Jamison gets up and takes it and plays it across. This is Driscoll again in the 16. And she'll get up to play it. Sarah Gialanze, she's got a hit on her. That was Simon who played it out. Pretty sure this is Galbraith with the football. Picks up good extra metres, Stephanie Galbraith. Galbraith played against Greece last year in a Sims. And that one's put down, unfortunately. Picked up, good awareness, Leona Dimmick. Dimmick picks up the footy and gains extra metres as Capini comes on the field for the Malta Dames. Guzman now looking for some metres and some opportunity to run the footy. Held down in the tackle, referee says play it, just laying around in the ruck. Here's Capini, goes back, Dooley. Wasn't a great pass, but it got there in the end. Gregory now dummy half. Bypasses Guzman, goes to right to Vella. Vella's going to see a gap. That is a tremendous pass out to Gialanze. Gialanze puts the foot down. Tried to throw the pass. It really wasn't necessary, and Evans will see it over the sideline. Probably wasn't needed, that pass. And it's a wasted possession for the Dames. So the Sampaguitas, with about 10.5 minutes to go, they look the winner. They're in front by 28 points to 10. Malta would love another try as Galbraith gets it. Galbraith. Stolen. That is tremendous. Matilda Vella with a piece of magic. Scores the try. That's 2 for her. She's showing her class this afternoon. That was so lightning fast, I didn't even see it taken out of her hands. Matilda Vella with the try, and it's 28-14, kick to come. I don't even think the ref saw it.
Second try of the afternoon to Matilda Vella. Malta 13, Philippines 28 with a kick to come.
That was just brilliant. So 28-14 is a little glimmer for the Dames. Victoria Capini looking to put over the extras now. She's done this once in Sims competition. It was the very first test match on the 23rd of October 2022 when the Malta Dames beat the Philippine Sampaguitas in both their official test matches. And it was a 6-0 win with a Sarah Dimmick try out of the scrum. Just at the end, you've seen them score the try out. And Sarah was wearing the exact same shirt, jumper number that Matilda Vella wore then to take that wonderful strip, a number 6. And she scored a try that just opened the floodgates of tears for the Dames as they scored their first ever international win. Since then, they've only played one test. It was on the 28th of October 2023 here against the Philippines, and they were held to 0 by them. The Philippines scored 42 themselves. That was very well done there. I'm pretty sure this is Gregory. Taken down. Only got about 8.25 minutes to go. Dooley, ref says play it. Capini's ball to Dimmick. Dimmick's got enough speed and strength. That is a beautiful effort there by Dimmick. The spin out. Gee, some juniors can learn a thing or two from Leona Dimmick. That was a great turn speed then. Dooley showed right and probably should have gone straight. Got hit then. by Kosh, and then over the top. That's too much muck in the ruck, and it'll be a penalty. Guzman not happy. She got a bit of extra attention afterward, and she's pushed her away, the skipper, but discipline prevails. The Dames will get the penalty, and with 7.5 minutes to go, if they can get another try here, the Dames, it'll put them within 6 points. So Capini's going to go to the air and try and gain some extra meterage here for the Dames. Unconventional looking kick. Ball goes in on end, gains an extra 15 or 18 metres. Nice work, Vic. What can they do here now, the Dames? If they can get a try in this set of 6, it'll give them 5 or so minutes to try and win it or level it up. Sampaguitas, they'll need to hold their line. They've been the better side, but the Dames have been gutsy. Dimmick again, looking for the offload, can't get it. She's too strong for the Sampaguitas, this lady. From the Eels, Capini now takes the run, tries to dart through. Nicely done, Vic Capini, lost the footy. And I'm pretty sure they're going to give this one against the Sampaguitas. It'll be a knock on. They're on here. If the Dames go right straight away, they are on. They go to Vella. Vella's very creative, holds it up, gives it to Gregory. Gregory just can't hold it. It was a little behind her. Taken down Ashley Condon. Dooley dummy half. Gives it to Vella. I reckon Vella will try and go herself here. She'd spot it to Capini. Capini nearly reaches out and goes. Dooley a dummy half again. Vella trying to say, go right, girls. They go to the left instead. Dimmick. Leona Dimmick, surely. Leona Dimmick, I reckon she's got it down. Leona Dimmick scores for Malta. 28 points to 20. So 28 points to 20 with a kick to come. Plays a footy, Harvey Norman Women's Premiership for Parramatta, Leonie Dimmick. Had a couple of games there. Definitely shows the class. Capini, with 5 minutes to go, needs to drain this kick. If she can get this kick, then the Dames are only a converted try out of it. It's been a fascinating nines match. Would have been interesting to see what the 13s would have looked like. She got the legs on the kick there, Vic. No, shoots it short. And that's probably Malta's chance to level up gone. Jessica Borg preparing to come onto the field for the last 5 for the Dames. As Vic Capini comes off the field. Tired legs. Tired legs on the kick. And Jessica will hopefully get 4 minutes and 20 seconds at open class. Try and pair alongside Leona Dimmick and Nicole Guzman is sending it long. Condon. Bounce off all. Kept in. Pretty sure this is Nicole Guzman now with that footy. Dimmick a dummy half. Not a position she's used to, but she's going to bust out. Shows it goes. That was wonderful. Borg in support. Dimmick still going. That was brilliant from Leona Dimmick. Gregory looking around. Couldn't find anyone. But they're going to bring it right. If they come right now, they are definitely on. They go to the left instead. Dooley bypasses Borg. Dooley goes for the gap. She's got a gap here if she wants it. Goes to ground. Taken. Down by the Sampaguitas. Going in there was Waite. Waite showing. Not a good ball. That's going to be turned over. Penalty against the Sampaguitas for inside the 10. 3 minutes to go. Some tired-looking bodies out there for both sides. Can the Danes hit one more? If she goes now, Keisha Waite, they're all offside. Surely she's got to go now. I think the ref's told her to wait. Takes the tap, and we've got a bit of over-officiousness there. So they come to the right instead. Gregory, through the gap, score the try! Gets over! Nerida Gregory scores the try. You can hear a couple of calls. Don't worry about the kick. And I reckon that's a pretty good advice. Don't worry about it. Go back and take it over halfway. You're not going to win the game with it. You take the kick now, you've taken time off the clock. Nerida Gregory puts it on the tee. You're going to have to kick it a lot quicker than that.
Go, girls, onside.
This will put them within 2 points. And the Dame's coming home like a steam train. Hits the post. That was 30 seconds wasted.
2 minutes remaining.
So Gregory couldn't put over her own kick. This is going to be a grandstand finish here. 2 minutes to go. 4 points the diff. 28 points to 24. This has been a great match. We didn't get a test match today, but gee, we got a thriller. Sampaguitas just eating up the clock. One could only imagine what this would have been like if it was 13 on 13 with full benches. 30 seconds has been well and truly eaten off the clock. Condon goes to the gap. This could go out. Doesn't. Gregory. They've got to go the length of the field, the Danes. Gregory tries to play it quick. In the hands of Wait de Guzman, the inspirational skipper. She's travelled all the way to get here. She's going to be playing for the Maltese Rugby Union side. In about 6 months, play the ball untidy. Gee, that's unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Sampaguitas just have to hold on to the footy now and they'll win the match. To be honest, that second period really just blew it out of the water. Borg with a nice tackle there on Williams. Helped the ground. That was Wait that helped her. Ball in the hands now of Driscoll. Driscoll taken down. Some big hits. If they go left here, the Philippines, they're a big danger. Webb. Webb tries to go herself. A few metres short. Malta struggling in defence. 20 seconds to go. Pass out there from Fletcher. Across to Kosh, who scored a try already. The Dames put her down. They slow play the ball, the Philippines, and you don't blame them. They've only got 10 seconds. And they've sealed the game with the winner. The old shoot and scoot. And none other than Tammy Fletcher, the coach who was going to retire this time last year, comes back for one final game and finishes it off. And it's 32 points to 24 with a kick to come. Corrimal Cougars is where Tammy Fletcher plays her football. And that's the end of the contest. I don't think we're going to have a fourth period. I believe we're only going to have 3. It'd be great if we had 4. Keep it going. Be wonderful if we had 4 periods, but I think we're only got 3. So Fletcher goes to put over her own work, doesn't do it. That's the end of this wonderful nines friendly fixture here between the Malta Dames and the Philippines Sampaguitas. The Philippines win it by 32 points to 24. We'll recap the try scorers for the winners. Tammy Fletcher, Lene Williams, Tania Wells, Michelle Kosh and Mania Harris-Wilson scored tries. Paige Condon scored a double. And overall they were 2 from 8, 2 from 7 on conversions. For Malta, Matilda Vella scored a double. Leona Dimmick and Jasmine Dooley scored tries. Victoria Capini was 1 for 2, and Nerida Gregory was 1 for 3 on the conversions. I'd say Alicia Jensen will be pretty happy with that performance from her Malta Dames, considering what happened today. Jake Camille would be graciously happy with the win here for the Sampaguitas. Not what they all wanted today, the Philippines and the Maltese. They wanted the Sims, they just couldn't get it. But they've turned on a beauty for you this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed all the action from New Era Stadium. From me, Ashley Borg, it is Mungadang Hapon Po or Ilela Itaiba.